Could 2022 get any better? We have Final Fantasy 16 coming, we have Xenoblade Chronicles 3, we have the new Star Ocean game, the 7 Deadly Sins Origin solo leveling, Honkai Star Rail, and now Arknights Endfield. Can someone put me into suspended animation or some type of stasis until the end of this year when they're all playable? Because I really do not want to wait. Hey, my name is STIX and welcome back to the channel. As an avid anime fan, as a fan of RPGs in general, both MMO and non-MMO alike, I'm excited for this game, for this entire year, because honestly, it looks like it's going to be quite the banger. Quick shout out to our patrons over on Patreon. This allows you to directly support us if you're interested. Every patron will have their name appear at the beginning of every single YouTube video, and you'll be immortalized in the MMO genre forever. Hypergriff, when they released the original Arknights game back over 2 years ago now, wow, it has actually been over 2 years since this game released. Man, where did the time go? Anyway, ever since they released this, they struck absolute gold. They were a developer who had contributed no worthwhile games to the genre up until this point, and they released Arknights on a much smaller budget than their competitors. Yet at the same time, they saw substantially more success than almost any other game released that year, and now they have the fan following and the budget to develop a full AAA budget anime RPG for both PC. Yes, this is in fact coming to PC, which I think personally is absolutely huge given the original Arknights game was a mobile exclusive, and it is also going to be cross-platform compatible with mobile as well. But I mean, you know, you can't have everything. And as of yesterday, 2 different trailers were released for the game, and so many people have asked me to go ahead and cover this in a dedicated video, so here you guys go. You're welcome. Now we have both a cinematic trailer for the game and a full in-game, I wouldn't necessarily call it a trailer, I'd go ahead and say it's more like a teaser. Either way, we're going to go ahead here and take a look at the cinematic trailer first.
Welcome back, Administrator. Endfield guidance system at your service. Access granted. Transmission in progress. Deploying protocol anchor core. ETA 20 seconds.
And I know cinematic trailers are misleading because it's not how the game actually looks in game, but at the same time, we have an in-game trailer to look at as soon as this is over. So let's get hyped with the cinematic trailer.
Mystery Complex's operation must remain secured.
And then potentially more hyped, we get to see it actually in-game.
Be advised, the likelihood of hostile threats intensified.
I'll admit, this trailer did look really, really cool.
Welcome to Talos 2.
Talos
It's
2.
time to make your choice.
Which is interesting because Arknights itself is actually set on Talos. And this is the in-game trailer now. In-game footage from an early game build, not representative of the final product. But if the final build of this game looks better than this, can you imagine how good it's gonna look? Man. I did notice that there were 2 characters that were running around the field at the same time. So you can interact with your environments, you can climb, jump. Yeah, see, there are 2 characters running around, which means that you can probably swap between them and that they all like fight at the same time. Whoa. That is actually gorgeous. Wow. You gotta admit, that was impressive. I know we didn't really see any type of combat, but we still nevertheless got to see the world itself and how your character interacted with the world. And while the cinematic trailer showed absolutely nothing other than well, a lot of very attractive characters doing things and just talking, the gameplay trailer, which is realistically more of a teaser than a trailer as I noted, gave us a look at the type of game this is going to be. Unlike Arknights, which was a tower defense game, Endfield is going to feature an entire world for players to explore, as in physically navigate. The world itself is called Talos 2, which for reference, Arknights' world is called Talos, meaning that they could potentially be the same world, just different regions within it, or it could be an entirely new one altogether. Endfield is going to allow for players to control an entire group of characters. It looked as though there were multiple different characters running around the world simultaneously. There will be a plethora of different missions to take and complete. There will be a deep narrative present, and supposedly a lot of challenging content. Additionally, there will be a variety of different factions for players to interact with, lots of NPCs, and seamless story progression, whatever that means. According to Hypergraph, the game will feature real-time action combat with a variety of different tactics to employ, which makes sense given Arknights was at its core a strategy game. And unfortunately, that is it. That is all the information that they have released thus far, and that is all the information that we have. This game is going to be a narrative-rich, open-world, third-person action RPG that expands on the Arknights world that they've built. And as someone who has actually been playing a lot of Arknights recently, so I could do a dedicated video on this over on my STIX channel, man, I'm really excited. Unfortunately, we do not have a confirmed definitive release date as of right this moment, but hopefully we will have one sometime in the very near future, along with a pre-registration for whatever closed beta test they plan on holding. But until we get to play that, you know what game I'm looking forward to trying? This game. Yeah.